Okay, I am feeling halo.
Halo.
I cracked.
Oh, did you?
Do over. Okay, I'm loving it. So tell me about your look.
I threw on a little headpiece with a little sparkle in it.
Love it.
And thought, maybe I could rock this and turn some heads at the same time. The shirt is a little shiny, like yours. I'm feeling the shine. I love the shimmer, right? But those earrings, dope. Where did you get those from?
And
would you be willing to part with them for a small fee?
You know what? Maybe for a big fee, maybe.
Are they real diamonds? If you know where she got these earrings from, please let us know. And if you sell these earrings, please hit us up.
Okay, mommy 10. And I know you're a doctor, but I'm going to put that hat aside right now because what we're going to talk about is something that's very heated, which is vaccinations.
Ooh.
Okay, and we're talking about what vaccination? We're talking about any type of vaccination.
MMR,
mumps,
chickenpox.
Rubella, yes, chickenpox, meningitis. Then later when you get older, there's pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so hepatitis B. Okay, so these things that you would get your children. First of all, can I ask you a personal question? Did you get your children vaccinated?
My children were both vaccinated.
And
how about baby Hart?
Oh, he got it all.
Okay.
All the vaccinations.
So clearly we're going to be on the same page in this upcoming discussion.
Right. And I know this is a heated topic, you guys. And I know that a lot of my friends have told me the reason why they don't get their children vaccinated is because, first of all, number one, the mistrust of the medical community, not knowing what's all in the vaccination, and the side effects and the complications or the sequelae that they hear about
that they've never seen.
Okay, true. But everybody has that friend of a friend
who was actually on television talking about it.
Exactly. So, what are we talking about? What side effects? Neurological.
I don't think it's
autism.
I think that is the big thing. The big thing everyone is concerned about is their child will get autism from vaccines, which I think. I don't think there's any evidence that proves that. So I have to say that I don't agree with it.
But do you understand like the fear and
You know what? I don't really get the fear only because we've been mass producing these vaccines for how many years now?
It's been since like what? I mean
chickenpox came out when I was
or something like that.
Yeah, I mean the chickenpox is a little bit new. Hepatitis B, that was in med school, I think. So there's some vaccines that are more recent than others, but for a very long time, at least half a century, I would imagine, we've had some form of vaccination
of some kind.
And there's just not enough studies or even case reports that I know of, not to say it doesn't exist, but that I know of that shows that there's a true link between autism and vaccinations. I think, when a child is growing up from, day zero on, there's so many things that can affect that child's neurologic function, brain function. To say that it's a vaccine, it's just like, how could you say
random?
A vaccine? You carried a baby for 9 months. Who knows how you carried that baby? I don't know what you ate, what you were sitting around smoking,
I carried
sitting next to.
You guys.
I carried high.
I mean,
until the end, then I carried low. So all the stretch marks.
Okay, good.
But I mean, I think, 9, it's just like, what? When patients come in and they say, I've had back pain ever since my epidural.
I know you hate that. I
I'm like, you gotta be, you had a baby, you carried a baby for 9 months, boo, 9 months. Your back pain
distorts it.
Your back pain is from the baby.
It was probably already there before it all
Exactly. It's from the baby.
Quiet as kept.
It's from the baby.
You had it before you were pregnant. You had that before you were pregnant.
You're trying to blame me. But I just think it's one of those things where how can you with no evidence say that your baby has autism because of a vaccine? That's where I don't get it. Unless I see evidence, I just don't believe it. And there's no evidence out there that proves that a vaccine does that. You know what I mean? Especially when you, literally, the baby is growing inside you. Do you know how many things you take in on a daily basis, from the air to the water to the food? All that stuff you take in that is transmitted to your baby. You mean to tell me you think a vaccine is the reason? And then when the baby is delivered and then now he's exposed to the elements of the world, you actually think of all the things that this baby's come in contact with in its lifetime that the vaccine was the reason? especially when so many people have received the vaccine and none of that has happened to them. I mean, not saying that it couldn't be the case. Obviously, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
But
we know that.
I don't know. I just don't subscribe to the fact that vaccines cause autism.
And I mean, one thought here is that a lot of the people that are claiming to have their child gets autism from vaccinations, we kind of have to look at the age of the mom.
I was just about to say maternal age. Paternal age. How old is the dad? Because actually,
advanced paternal age.
Advanced paternal age
45.
has been linked.
It's 45, you guys.
Yeah. So men over age 45, they've been linked to having children that are autistic. Whereas women that are older are linked to having Down syndrome.
Down syndrome, baby. So, look at your man,
Always look at your man.
And then,
yeah, okay.
And make sure that we're being honest with ourselves. Like if you had children later in life, you know what I mean? But what do you say to those women or parents, I should say parents, who say they don't know what's in the vaccine and then you can't even trust, I guess, the FDA, everything goes with the FDA, right? You can't even
get the ingredient list.
You can't even trust what's in the vaccine because they could
Why can't you?
Then you can't trust nothing.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you're going that far,
right? That's
like there's an ingredient list that comes with every medication, vaccination. There's an ingredient list. Now, you might not know what those ingredients are. I'll give you that.
Right.
But there's an ingredient list, so you can see what's in it. You can research what's in it. Sometimes when you don't know, you just blame
anything.
You not only do you blame anything, you blame the thing you know least about. When something goes wrong in the OR, everybody blames him.
Well, the surgeon blames the nurse not having, I know who
they blame anesthesia.
I didn't want to say it.
They always, why do they blame anesthesia? Because nobody knows what the hell we do, okay?
But I know
no one knows
we
what we're doing.
The surgery without you putting your face in the
no one knows what we're doing back there. They have no clue. So they just say, it's anesthesia's fault.
I'll be looking over that blue curve like, what y'all doing over here?
I'm literally I'm like, what's happening? Are y'all, because really, I'm like, y'all almost done?
Yeah, she one of those.
What you doing on
like 5 minutes, and when the surgeon says 5 minutes, that means it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay. You gotta multiply that.
But
I think that's what people do. They know the least about
so they blame
the vaccine, so they blame the vaccine because they know what they've been doing during pregnancy.
Patients that I have, they are afraid of taking them, giving them to their children because they don't know what's in them, and you can't trust anyone or the FDA or any of these.
This is my problem. They've been vaccinated.
And that's why it's not fair.
That have been vaccinated.
It's not fair.
They themselves. Okay, and let's talk about the other thing. So when you don't have vaccinations, what happens to the population at large?
You're depending on herd immunity, and you're depending on other people for your safety, and you're going to infect other people.
Yeah.
Right? How do you feel about that? Like, is it fair?
Now you're introducing. So what? Polio has been eradicated for how long? It's coming back. But because people aren't being vaccinated, guess what?
Polio is like with the Great Depression. Like nobody, come on.
Don't nobody get that.
But now, isn't that sad though? I'm mad about that. I'm mad. And one of my patients told me, well, Dr. Segura, we don't need to get vaccinations. Measles don't even exist no more. And I said, well, sweetie, it's because we get vaccinated. But now, with the new parents in this day and age, if you don't give your child the MMR, these things can be deadly.
They can.
And then you could spread it.
That is the whole point. There's some parents out there that are anti-vaccination, right? But now that COVID done hit, everybody want that vaccination. So, come on now. How about maybe it's
I guess when it's life and death.
What it is,
you're like,
right?
You know what I mean?
But you get
people don't know that measles is life and death.
Yeah,
that's actually life and death.
It's not anymore because of vaccination.
All the people who are unvaccinated should be together then. And I wonder, y'all leave the comments, or if you find out information, I wonder, do the parents who are against their children get vaccinated, do they get their dogs vaccinated? I'm curious. I have a player in the game now, and my concern is when he goes to pre-K, what do you guys call it? Pre-K? Mm-hmm. Show me your papers. Because if I have to go to the dog groomers and I have to show the groomers, Rose, which are my dogs, and Shakur, their papers, all their vaccinations, they can't even get groomed or boarded if they don't have their vaccinations. So damn it.
Yeah, if we're doing it
for the dogs, we need to do it for our children.
I mean, it makes sense. I just don't understand the logic in not vaccinating.
It's not knowing what's in the vaccine.
But you can find out what's in it. That's not difficult.
But I guess the whole distrust.
And
of
you've
the
been
medical,
vaccinated.
That's what's unfair.
Yeah,
That's
and
what's
they
unfair.
themselves have been vaccinated. Maybe it's genetics, boo. Maybe you just got bad genes, and maybe that's why something's wrong with your child. I'm just saying maybe that's a possibility.
Right.
I think
right.
people don't want to accept that maybe they're the reason that their child has X, Y, and Z
And
issues.
people who have a true allergy, we're not talking about you guys.
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
That's a reaction that you see immediately.
Exactly.
We're not talking about
I ain't
that.
talking. If you got an egg allergy, you can't get that flu vaccination. I'm not talking about you. We are not talking about you.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked at the emotional reaction that vaccination evokes out of mothers or parents, rather parents who are against vaccination.
You know, it's crazy because if you think back to when these vaccines were created. Like, they had epidemics. They had pandemics.
They did, didn't they?
And these vaccines changed the course of the world, right? But, like, now people are just totally so far removed from it, they don't remember, people dying from this stuff.
That happened from the novel coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, like...
People,
people are dying from vaccine. In 50 years, they were like, I don't want that coronavirus vaccine.
That don't exist no more.
Yep, they're not gonna believe. But and that's the irony of it all. Like, you do all this hard work, you figure out a vaccine, you save millions, billions of lives across the world, and then fast forward some years, and then you have
people forget. People don't want that in their body. Don't give me that. Don't give me that in my body. But let me go drink this 40 real quick and smoke some cigarettes, right? And hey, and I'm not knocking that, but hey.
She not, because you know what's in that cup. You know what's in that cup right now.
I'm not knocking any of that. I'm just saying that I guess we all choose our poison.
Although I don't think vaccines are poisonous. But they'll take some antibiotics, won't they? I want to know for the parents who are not vaccinating their children, are you going to get the coronavirus vaccine when it comes out? I'm just curious.
Come on, wait right here.
You hit us up and let us know.
That's some poignant discussion.
That's poignant.
That's
because
poignant.
I think you have to think these vaccines were created for a very good reason. There was a health crisis at some point in our history.
Measles, mumps, rubella.
It was killing people, wiping people out. So that's why this stuff
only
was
the older
created.
generation was there. That's serious.
So I am anti-vaccinators.
Okay, so we want to hear from you guys, and we're also for other points of view.
Yeah,
so let us know. And this is
why do you not vaccinate?
Yeah, I still want to know, if you don't vaccinate your children, do you vaccinate your fur babies? I want to know.
All right,
we're waiting.
On to the next.
Thank you for stopping by to get your daily dose. Make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe to us at Doctors Ken and 10. Until next time. Doses.
Attention, please.
Vaccinations. You said you want to be pointed and shit.
Or I can do the scrubs with my halo. Halo! My dad, my daughter.
Are Virgos? That's why you like me. I get it. I'm a familiar spirit.
Your anesthesiologist about to strangle with her dog.
That's you cooler. Okay.
Shut up, Shakira.
Make up your mind.
Okay.
We owning it. Like, this is starting to be like a show.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's get to it.